We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. In the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back, and we're underway in Baltimore. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Second down, another run with Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Carson Wentz. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Jackson. And his his throw here's incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Jackson from the shotgun. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Wentz's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. First and 10, Taylor now. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Now a play fake. Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now Wentz, I think this is going to be a free play. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Taylor into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
They'll try and run. Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there. And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On play action, Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Campbell making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down. Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On first down, it's Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half.
He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Taylor's got the first down and more.
And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. You tighten up. 43 is the mic. Hey, tight.
Now it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Let's put that team on the front. Chance.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58 is the money. 58 is the money. Let's go, defense.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while, because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now he's forced out right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that challenge, a successful one. Jackson will keep it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz looking deep for Hilton. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 2nd and very short, Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Now a 2nd down and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up, Second, third guy in, rake in the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson. Flushed out right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Rolling to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Wentz to throw. His throw incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Campbell downfield. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. One last shot for Jackson. shoves him aside. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,